In today's video, I'm going to show you how something as simple as electrical tape can improve your sleep tenfold. Hi, I'm Matty Turner from The Chief Life, and today I'm continuing the sleep series as we go into episode 3, talking all about sleep hygiene. Sleep hygiene is all about your room, the setup you have, and the things that you do leading into bed to make sure that you are getting a better night's sleep. If you haven't already seen episode 1 on some sleep hacks you can use, or episode 2 on your sleep routine, I strongly recommend going back and checking them out for some great tips on how else you can better improve your sleep. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, as well as give us a like if you do enjoy this video. But for now, let's get on to the tips of what you can do to improve your sleep hygiene. Tip number 1 comes down to electrical tape. Placing some electrical tape around the light from your appliances. Things like aircon lights, fire alarm lights, or even your alarm clock. If we can sticky tape that bad boy up to make sure that you're not getting any excess light coming through into the room, that can be really beneficial for your sleep. Tip number 2 comes down to going to sleep at the same time every night and trying to wake up at the same time every morning. Now, this might be hard if you have a varying schedule. However, it is really crucial because you may have heard of something called your body clock, and your body clock clues in to your day-to-day schedule. And when it's varying every single day, and one night you're going to sleep at 8 p.m., the next night you're going to sleep at 12 p.m., it can never get into the routine of having a deep sleep cycle or knowing when to get into that deep level of sleep. So setting an alarm to go to bed, as well as setting an alarm to wake up, can be really critical for your rested sleep. Tip number 3 comes down to turning off the radio or turning off the TV. If you are someone who falls asleep to the sound of the TV playing, it is worthwhile either getting a TV timer that turns itself off after you've gone to sleep, or simply finding another option for noise of a nighttime. Tip number 4 comes down to exercising daily. Simply exercising 20 to 30 minutes a day can improve the level of deep sleep that you get every single night. This doesn't necessarily have anything to do within the bedroom, but it definitely has something to do with your hygiene as an individual in general. Tip number 5 comes down to making your room dark and cold. Think like a cave. The more cave-like your room can be, as dark and as cold as possible, the better your night's sleep will be. Getting something like blackout curtains are a great way to make sure that no external light from outside of the house gets into your room while you're sleeping. Tip number 6 comes down to weeing in the dark. If you need to go tinkle in the middle of the night, try where possible to keep all of the lights off. If there are tripping hazards in the house, it might be worth investing in some night lights of some form. Tip number 7 comes down to meditation or journaling before sleep. Both of these routines are something that can kind of set your mind into a good state where it can be ready for a deeper level of sleep. I personally love to listen to music with binaural beats or tones behind. What they do is set your brainwaves into the proper state, proper level for you to be able to get a nice deep quality level of sleep. Tip number 8, place your phone on flight mode over nighttime and remove all of the extras like Bluetooth and Wi-Fi to make sure that you're removing all EMF from your room, or get rid of the phone completely from the room. Tip number 9 comes down to getting yourself outside of a morning and getting a whole heap of natural light from the sun. Seems almost counterintuitive to get light, but what this does is tells your brain that it's the time that it should be awake and sets your body into a state of when it comes to nightfall that you should be starting to get to sleep, hence getting a better quality of sleep. Once again, not so relative to the hygiene in your room, but more relative to your self-hygiene and what you can do on a day-to-day basis to help improve your sleep. A few ways to tell whether you've had a good quality level of sleep would be based down to if you're waking up feeling happy, hungry, and horny. If you're a person who wakes up and needs to snooze multiple times, there's a fair chance that you're not getting the quality sleep that you need. So those 3 markers, the happy, hungry, and horny, are just an easy way to be able to tell whether you are getting a better or a decent quality night's sleep. So that's been 9 helpful tips for you guys to use to make your sleep hygiene better. If you have liked this, please give us a little like below. Outside of that, if you would like to know anything more on sleep or want to get in touch with us here at The Chief Life, please feel free to reach out to me at matty@thechieflife.com. I look forward to bringing you more content in the coming weeks. Thanks heaps, team.